Fox 5. Well, good afternoon and welcome to the first ever live continuous television broadcast of the West Indian American Day Parade. I'm Jim Ryan. New Orleans has its Mardi Gras and Rio has its Carnival, but the spectacle that's unfolding here on Eastern Parkway in Brooklyn, USA is the most lavish of them all. By some counts, 3 million people will take part in today's parade. And we're going to bring you as much of the excitement, as much of the spectacle, as much of the music and dance as we can fit into 2 hours. The food you'll have to come here yourself for. We've got along the line of march Larry Hoff and Cheryl Washington. They're going to be talking to the marchers. Julie Golden and Kurt Menefee will be out mixing it up with the crowd. And Lynn White and Dick Oliver are down at the reviewing stand, checking out the politicians and the dignitaries, doing a little dancing as well. And with me here in our platform, our outside studio, is Sullivan Walker. You may remember Sullivan from 3 seasons on The Cosby Show when he played Dr. James Harmon, Dr. Hospital's good friend. You've also been in The Firm. You've also been in Crocodile Dundee. You've also been on Broadway. And also, Sullivan Walker is Trinidad born and has a wealth of knowledge about the Caribbean culture. It must be a great feeling for you today to sit here, Walker, and watch this spectacle unfold.
Well, actually, let me just, first of all, Jim, let me welcome you. Let me welcome you and Fox 5 to the West Indian Day Carnival. It's the biggest and most peaceful celebration in the United States. Now, I am Trinidad and Tobago born. Trinidad and Tobago are sister islands that make up the nation of Trinidad and Tobago. And it's an exciting time. Carnival is a time when you let loose, when you jump up on wine and you know what the wine is, right?
No, tell me.
You tip to the music and move your waist. It's a wonderful time.
Now, tell us about this first band.
Now, this band is called Hawks International. And they're located at 116 Nostrand Avenue between Maple and Midwood. Now, the music that you're hearing is by Byron Lee and the Dragonaires, a band out of Jamaica. They've made soca pretty popular. And also music by DJ Massive and Tony Soul. Hawks is portraying fantasy warriors, and Hawks is one of the biggest bands in the West Indian Day Parade.
Now, as we watch the band, we're watching the marchers with them, each one in a lavish costume. How much time and energy is spent in making these costumes up that they wear in the parade?
Well, first of all, before they get to the costume, the band leaders and the designers spend a lot of time with research. And once the research is done and they decide on the theme that they want to work on, then they spend some more time working on the costume. And that can take from anywhere from 3 to 2 months, depending on how elaborate the costume is.
And when we call them bands, they're not bands in a conventional sense of the word that we know it. They're not like a combo, but there are as many as 1,000 people in these bands, are they not?
In the Caribbean, we call them masqueraders, people playing masks, A band is made up of masqueraders, people in costume, people jumping behind the band, they're all masqueraders.
Now the spectators they'll be starting to jump in with the bands as the
band leaders don't usually like that, but Carnival is such an infectious time that you really can't stop people from joining in the band. It's a way for our people to give vent, to express deep feelings of frustration, feelings of happiness, but it's a time for celebration.
And now we have band number 2 coming through here. And this is the Midas New York.
Now, band.
It's not Hawk. This is Hawk.
Yes. Now,
still Hawk.
The next band on is called The Midas New York, and their theme for 1995 is Sunrise and Sunset. The name of the band leader is Stephen Derrick, and the address of the band is 559 Marlborough Road, Brooklyn. The designer is also Stephen Derrick. This is a band of 500 masqueraders, and as you can see, Stephen Derrick is using basic black here, black contrasting it with white, and a lot of sequins. a little dash of color, you know. But
no, I
his
think
emphasis here is on
I think if this is still, I don't think we've gotten to the second band yet. This is still, if you can believe it, still Hawks International going by here. Is that the case? We're getting mixed up with our bands here. Well, they're continuing past our location here. Now, what do you make of these dancers here, Sullivan? These look like they're just from the desert. Okay. All right, as we watch these dancers pass by, you know about the Crown Heights community here. It is a community that in the past has been divided by some severe tensions. Back in 1991, lots of problems affected this community, which of course in which black people and Hasidim live side by side. But instead of letting letting those problems get the best of them, the community responded with some positive, harmonious reactions. Last year, for the first time in the history of the West Indian Day celebration, it fell on Rosh Hashanah, the start of the Jewish New Year. But fears of angry confrontations never panned out. Those fears dated back to August 1991. A black child was killed by an Hasidic motorist. Then, an Hasidic student was stabbed to death by an angry black mob. The rioting that followed in Crown Heights was front-page stuff.
Violence is not the answer to anyone's problem.
But the healing came so quickly that year's West Indian Day parade, less than a month after the violence, went off without a hitch.
Crown Heights is a community of three components: Caribbean American, African American, and Hasidic Jews. The Crown Heights Coalition was born out of the riots. The purpose of the Crown Heights Coalition is to bring to the community peace and harmony based on educating the community in cultural awareness, in police-community relations, in the economic needs and services of the community, and in the problems of youth.
The coalition knows that ignorance breeds fear, so they begin with the children, teaching them tolerance of each other's cultures, trying to avoid the mistakes of the past.
When I go around to the schools, as I have, and I talk about my school partnership program, taking youngsters from one background and educating them with youngsters of another background and getting them to sit together and understand each other's problems, I remember one thing, that by doing this, we will get people to come together and to understand each other's problems, because truly, we're not so different from each other.
We tend to let the differences among us lead to distrust, and it's no easy job reversing that. But in Crown Heights, they've taken a giant first step. It's called talking.
I love Crown Heights because it's culturally diverse, and I haven't had a problem with anyone.
I think it's the ultimate of a community which has a beautiful racial mix, and I find it to be somewhere that we can learn from each other, together with each other. People are friendly, and we live together.
Well, welcome back to Crown Heights on a beautiful day for the West Indian American Day Parade. Larry and Cheryl are out there somewhere in the line of march.
Yes, James, we're on Brooklyn Avenue at Eastern Parkway. Walk on out here. This is amazing to watch, James. Festivities, you get it just after we do. We get the front
I'm
way.
going to try to
Are you going to make it?
Yes, I am.
What's
How
your
heavy
name?
is it? It's approximately 30 pounds. Oh, my gosh, you must be hot. Well, yeah, they did, so they cut off the sleeves and so forth. But I don't mind. I won queen of the band, so it doesn't matter. All right.
Queen of the ball today. Interesting. You watch the sound machines come up and then all the people behind James dancing away. The energy's tremendous. I warned you, Jim, just don't get pinned down dancing with everybody here.
Larry got caught in the crossfire.
Don't explain what happened. But it is it's rather aggressive dancing. interesting, isn't it? We'll find that one police officer. But even with the heat and everything, people are so festive out here. I'm really amazed. It comes at you in waves. This will be going on all afternoon long along the parkway here. You have a little break and everybody comes up, they're dancing, very festive, and then the energy really picks up.
And folks have been coming here year after year. We've met one woman, in fact, who's been coming for some 20 years already. So it's a very exciting day right here on Eastern Parkway and New York Avenue. We're having a great time out here.
Okay, Jim, we'll send it back to you. We're going to go to T-shirts in a while. It's very warm out here.
All right,
Look at this. Woo! Give us a big smile. Yeah! You can do that, Jim.
Well, the second wave of the march is coming up where Sullivan Walker and I are. This would be D Midas now, Sullivan, would it not?
This is D Midas.
Okay.
And of course, the band is on located at Nostrand and Winthrop, and designer is Stephen Derrick. And the music by Vernon and Tech One Productions DJ. Portrayal, sunrise and sunset.
Well, we see them right here. It looks like sunrise and sunset coming up on us here.
Oh, yes. The beautiful use of red and fuchsia and orange and some black. Beautiful work by designer Stephen Derrick here.
Now, each of these groups has a king and a queen, and then a junior king and queen.
Yes, actually, the Midas, D Midas won in 1995. Their king was called Abdul the Great Sun Dancer. And
all right.
He was portrayed by Michael Antonio. And their queen, Zita Muljak, Mystical Sunset, and Wendy Hughes, Jewel of the Sun. The materials used, feather, plastic, foils, laments, and sequins.
Boy, it certainly took a long time to make some of these elaborate costumes.
Oh, just watch at the artistry here.
We're watching D Midas, just one of the many bands here in the West Indian American Day Cultural Festival that we're enjoying together. We're going to take a short break and be back with lots more excitement.
Still using Western Union? Well, switch to MoneyGram and save up to 33%. And stop letting those other guys stick to you. Wire up to $50 for just $10 with MoneyGram.
Hey, what could be better than getting a taste of that original New Orleans flavor from Popeyes? Why, getting more than one taste, of course. Introducing Popeyes' new value-priced combo meals. Now choose from 4 combos that are easy to order and easy on the wallet, starting at just $2.99. It's your chance to get your Popeyes favorites in hearty combos that are terrific everyday values. A great idea for lunch. A great idea anytime. So try our new combos. Popeyes, there's nothing better.
What's new? A whole heap of things. Your nephew Aston is still playing football. His team made it to the finals. And cousin Jackie is still a beauty. She's festival queen.
Hear all the news while you save with the leader, AT&T. Our best rates are guaranteed with AT&T True World Savings. And AT&T International Redial helps you get through for free. Call home with the company you know.
And Daddy? Still painting the garage.
AT&T, that's your true choice.
You can do your photo processing at ShopRite, too. You can drop it off while you go do your shopping. You can pick it up the next time you come in.
You always save on photo processing with everyday low prices at the ShopRite Photo Place. And this holiday week, you'll save even more. Just bring your film for processing at ShopRite and get a second set of prints absolutely free. Yes, this is the week to share your holiday memories and save at the ShopRite Photo Place.
Since MoneyGram saves you money no matter how much you wire, why wouldn't you switch? Well, maybe you don't mind getting ripped off. MoneyGram, the better way to wire money.
Well, welcome back to the West Indian American Day Parade, the first continuous live broadcast of the parade since it's been in existence. Oh, I guess originally it goes back to Harlem days, maybe about 50 or 60 years ago. Right now, Sullivan Walker is with me with the band coming up next. Sullivan, that would be Aquarium, would it not?
Yes, Aquarium Productions. The theme for 1995 is 24 Karat. The name of the band leader is Paula Davis, and the address is 1115 Union Street, Brooklyn, New York. The band is designed by Clyde Basco. This band has about 200 masqueraders, and 6 sections. Spider pin, lattice band, hard race, cat pin, jewel, Egyptian.
I'm looking at the what must be some sort of a spider pin coming down here. Gorgeous. You wonder how long it took to put this together.
It had to take quite a lot of time and quite a lot of effort. These people who create these costumes are men of tremendous talent and skill
and patience.
And obviously intelligence.
Yeah.
And they use wires and feathers to create these wonderful costumes.
Well, we've got 2 people of great creativity and intelligence down by the line of march. Come on in, Julie, Kurt.
Hey, JR, I tell you, you see the crowd down here, the folks are just waiting for the next wave to come, as you just talked about. But I've seen some of the dancers in this parade. I think I may be married the way some of them have come up to me here, Julie, today. It's been just wild.
It really has. Everyone is in an amazingly festive mood out here, and everybody having a good time? You have a snake around your neck. Oh, my goodness! Now tell me about the costumes here.
Come from Grenada. It's a massacre called Beko.
All right, everybody, we got the grenading contingent right
here. This is just the beginning. Of course, it's only, 20 minutes into our broadcast. We've still got another hour and 40 minutes, so I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more. As we keep coming back and forth, we'll talk to some of the people who are just dancing their hearts away, having a great time here in the crowd. So you'll hear and feel what it's like actually to be here, not watching this thing on TV, out here in person, having a groovy kind of time, as they like to say.
The only thing you can't do is taste the great food that's out here, and that's what I was doing this morning on Good Day New York. I was trying some of the vegetables and the
Did you try the jerk chicken?
I haven't tried the jerk chicken.
Well, you've got to try the jerk chicken.
Kurt's really big on this jerk chicken thing.
You're not a human unless you've been a jerk or had a jerk or something like that. I don't understand exactly what it is. But everybody's having a good time. We'll talk to the folks some more as time wears on. Jim?
All right, folks, thank you very much. Well, of course, everybody's having a lot of fun out here, but this kind of fun on this scale takes a great deal of organization. And one of the fellows who's largely responsible for that is Dr. Lemuel Stanislaus. Dr. Stanislaus, good to see you again.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, I know that you've worked very, very hard in putting this thing together. Now that it's all together, now that it's happening, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm only part of it. I want to give credit so much to the people who designed the costumes, to the president of West Indian American Day Carnival, Mr. Lezama, and the others. But Carnival on Labor Day makes Brooklyn the only Caribbean island outside of the Caribbean. So we are delighted to be here because we are experiencing perhaps the greatest festival of creativity, of humor, of camaraderie, of conviviality, of congeniality.
Give us an idea of how it's grown over the years. It started rather small.
It started rather small. I remember in 1945, I went to Harlem for a carnival.
You don't look that old. You must have been very young indeed.
Yes. I'm young in spirit, nevertheless. And, you know, in Harlem, carnival was thought of as an experience unworthy of Labor Day. So 28 years ago, a gentleman now deceased called Rufus Gorin brought carnival to Brooklyn here. But poor fellow, you know, he was arrested. The first attempt he made, it was not on Labor Day. It was on a side street. And then Mr. Carlos Lezama brought him a lot of comfort and help. So the charge against Rufus Goring was dismissed. The charge was parading without a permit. and from that time, Carnival has grown to this dimension. And Caribbean culture is multidimensional. It's not only Carnival, but Carnival is the most popular and the favorite side of our existence.
Well, we'll be exploring some of those multi-dimensions as we continue our coverage of the West Indian American Day Parade. Right now, we're going to take a short break.
Caribbean Day Parade brought to you by Pepsi. Nothing else is a Pepsi.
Pushing count to 3. Timeout is called right now. Shaq's got to do something big to get back in this game.
Commercial.
Shaq is leaving the court.
What are you doing? He's over there. He's on Lucy.
What?
I didn't know Shaq could ride a horse.
Hiya, pal.
Well, the timeout is over.
I wonder if he's going to get back. Hey, wait a minute. Shaq's back. He's got it. How about that?
He says there's nothing good on TV.
A
can't stand it. I'm seeing it everywhere. Well, it's not here, Harry. My Sony DSS. The picture was awesome. The sound, better than anything I've ever heard. It was just like being there. I wish we had my Sony digital satellite system here right now. We have NFL football, NBA basketball, everything we've ever wanted.
The Sony digital satellite system at Nobody Beats the
Wish
Wiz.
I had $1 million. Hey, can I wish for 1,000,000 wishes? I wish Sidney Crawford was here.
Oh, welcome to New York City, then. Home of the Jets. You like Boomer Esiason? I wear Nike turf shoes like Boomer does. Yeah, got a lock of his hair, too. Check it out. Have a little grabber. It's not just hair, because he's not just a quarterback. You should see it flapping the breeze when he throws the big ball. 4-10. Takes the ball, he sees a guy down the whoa! Throws it. All the while, the hair glinting delicately in the sun. You know what he uses on his hair? I'm sure a gentle shampoo. Boomer Esiason. Now, I'm going to show you Boomer's hair again.
It's for everybody. It's for kids. It's for adults. I've seen it about 9 times now, and every time it's better than the last time.
Cats, America's favorite family musical.
Again, welcome back to our coverage of the West Indian American Day Parade. Dr. Lamuel Stanislaus was telling us that it's not all just fun and games when it comes to expressions of Caribbean culture, and you were about to make a point, Doctor.
Yes. I'm delighted to say that in addition to the festive occasion, we are using it for a serious purpose also. We have started a fundraising effort on behalf of the children of the world using UNICEF as a conduit. Last year, we contributed towards suffering children in Rwanda and in Haiti. This time, we are contributing towards the children in the English-speaking Caribbean. And we are asking everybody to give $1 into this receptacle, and it will be used for good use.
Oh boy, is this guy shaking me down or what?
Thank you so much.
What am I going to do here?
Isn't that lovely?
He's shaming me into it.
Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, I'll give $5 because I'm a big spender here.
This is the most demonstrative effort of goodwill. Demonstrative effort of goodwill. Thank you so much. Thank
oh
you.
boy. Thank you, Dr. Stanislaus. All right, and Sullivan Walker is with us as well. You know the noted actor from television, from movies, from Broadway. What's next in the line of march, Sullivan? I can see it coming up here.
Well, we see a riot of colors up ahead of us. I think it might be the band number 5, Borough-Keith, and they are located on 1479 Nostrand Avenue, and they are portraying Showbiz. Music by Traffic, Roy Cape, and Crossfire. Designer Neville Hines, producer Neville Hines on Borough-Keith. Now, the history of Borough-Keith. Borough-Keith is one of the biggest bands in the Labor Day Parade and has a tradition for a big breakfast every Labor Day morning. And the band has been going since 1987 and won Band of the Year on 2 occasions. Many of the sections are led by different people or groups under the umbrella of Borough-Keith. For instance, sections would be Panorama, in this case, Panorama, black, red, and white, depicting the steel band. And of course, the colors are the colors of the national flag of Trinidad and Tobago. Sections led by the Bigger Crew.
18 sections in all. Again, when we talk about bands, we're not talking about bands in the conventional sense. This particular band, Borough-Keith, has 800 members, and most of the members of the band are those people who get into the elaborate costumes and jump up.
Masqueraders.
Masqueraders.
Jump up is a good term. You're getting there, Jim.
I'm getting there.
Jump up or plain mass.
All right. Now, along the line of march, we have our various... Are we going to Larry now? Larry, go on in.
We got to warn, let's warn Jim right now. Jim, keep an eye out. You got a group of guys coming down here coated in oil. Don't shake hands and don't take any hugs from them. Somebody's trying to explain the significance. We don't know, but we watch the festivities. This is a tremendous time, isn't it? Everybody, when they eat all, they really party.
And we've got kids who are as young as 3 and 4 years old, all the way up to much older, and they're having a great time. Look how they shake it, Larry.
They do not start dancing. We're not doing that dance.
Let's talk about that. Are you having fun today?
Yes, I am.
What's your name?
Antonia. Where are you from?
Trinidad. Trinidad. Now tell us about your costume. What are you wearing? I'm wearing the split Aladdin pants. How long have you been marching, sweetheart? About an hour.
I know it. You guys keep going, too.
Are you getting tired?
No, say never. You'll never get tired.
Keep going on, Larry. Much longer.
How you doing?
Congratulations
on your wedding. Yeah, everybody's talking to Cheryl about her wedding. Hey, you're not the center. What's your name?
Terrence.
Terrence, you've been dancing all that. Where are you from?
Well, I'm Trinidad. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah.
And you can dance?
Love the hummingbird. Congratulations. Of course, you guys are number one now.
And they've got blocks to go, James. Now, keep an eye out. We're going to be seeing it before you do here. Again, how you doing there, buddy boy?
How you been?
Good.
Yeah, we got over here.
They're moving on down to Jim Ryan right now. Everybody's a stage director. Aren't they right here, too? But you see the entire age group here, from the very young to the seniors, you know, dancing and partying through there. That's good. Keep your fluids going, buddy.
Keep drinking your fluids. You need it for this long trek.
Hi there. How are you? Come here.
You having a good time
He's
today?
the marshal.
We're having a fabulous time. You're the marshal here, huh? How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. We're keeping the crowd in control. We're keeping all the paraders in control. We're having a ball.
You're not getting too hot, are you?
No.
Drink your Gatorade. Good ad for us this morning.
Stop the violence. Love yourself and stop the violence.
You got all the messages coming up. James.
All right, Larry.
Back to you.
Well, obviously they're feeling the spirit of the carnival here. At least where you were, Larry, and certainly you cannot feel the spirit of the carnival without the costumes. As Sullivan Walker and I were talking about just a few minutes ago, it's a very, very elaborate process. Well, we visited some of the mass camps that Sullivan spoke about, and where they prepare these unbelievable outfits for the festivities.
A snip here, a tuck there, a last-minute touch, and voila! And this is the end result of the hard work that takes place throughout the year. We were greeted by the owner of the Savage Mass Studio, where we got a sneak peek and discussed the theme for the big day.
Welcome to Savage Mass Studio. This year, our patrol for the Labor Day Parade, Chaos in Vegas, is a gambler's midnight's dream. Chaos in Vegas represents some of the costumes and some of the shows that takes place in Las Vegas. We have Showgirls, we have Queen of Diamonds, we have Queen of Spades. What you see now is just the end product of a whole year's work of preparation.
This is one of the sections called Queen of Spades, which I fell in love with from the time I saw it. Very comfortable, and on a hot day, this is the perfect thing to wear.
We make the costume in parts. Assign the headpieces to someone, a designer. He designed the headpiece and build them. Then the other designer who designed the clothing, he does the sketches for the clothing, and the ones who does the wire work and the shoe work, then all come together.
I'm making a fitting to see if it's fitting properly. You mind standing straight up at this, sweetheart? And I have to pad the inside so at least the person will be comfortable jumping in it.
As far as I could walk and talk, I've been playing in Carnival. It's a feeling that takes over you where you just can't explain. It's a fever, more or less, and you just have to be there. You have to be in the spirit.
And that spirit extends to the Hawks International Maz Camp, where the theme is the Warriors.
What we're doing this year, we're portraying warriors, but we fantasizing them. We add a little glitter. So we get something like 23 sections. And you can see we have barbarian warriors, space warriors, Apache warriors, Oriental warriors. We go on and on. It's countless hours. You know, you always get, we actually working right now round the clock, you know, so we can finish on time. This is only the back piece of an Indian costume. It's going to be actually a king costume. This is the back piece. You have two other pieces over on the other side here. These are wings. These are going to go up on the side of the costume. It's going to be an angel, like an Indian war bonnet. but it's going to be huge. You know, it's going to stand like maybe, I think it's something like around 14 or 15 feet high.
Now, the big day is not just for West Indian people. Everyone can join in the celebration.
It's a tradition for all West Indians and also people who haven't known anything about the West Indian culture. They're able to learn more about it by seeing the people, how they unite, how they have fun.
Everybody, good Dingole. Good day, New York. Dingole.
Well, welcome back to the live parade. A group called The Promise is passing us by now. We're going to learn all about them from Sullivan Walker right after a short break.
Caribbean Day Parade brought to you by Macy's and Levi's.
Well, welcome back to our coverage of there. You see it on your screen, the West Indian American Day Parade. I'm sitting here with Sullivan Walker, himself a noted actor and a native of Trinidad and Tobago.
And
Tobago. Now tell us, Sullivan, this is called The Promise, this band passing us.
Yes, and the theme for this band, Jim, is Butterflies All Around You. Designed by Jeff of the Mass Factory. Band leader is Monica Carrington. And we have in this band about 100 masqueraders and 5 sections. The queen of the band is playing Winter Butterfly. Founder of The Promise is Monica Carrington, and she also has a partner by the name of Rose Allard. Monica Carrington has been involved with the parade for 25 years. The Promise was started in 1988. They hope to teach West Indian American children their culture through different forms of art. Members range from 3 years old to 65 years old.
I see there are a lot of children here. Now, when you were a youngster down in Trinidad and Tobago, did you get involved in celebrations similar to this?
You know, people seem surprised, but I've never played mass, which is I've never put on a costume. But to be involved in Carnival, one can be a spectator and still be involved. Carnival, for us in the islands, Carnival is part of our soul. You know, so you don't have to actually put on a costume to be involved. You know, you feel the spirit about 2 or 3 weeks before, and it overwhelms you. You know, it's so infectious. Right now, I want to dance over my feet. You know, this is the feeling, you know, and that you get around Carnival time. It's a fun time.
Now, lots of these kids are out here. Do you think they're feeling the same thing now?
I think they are. I think it's really important for the kids, especially children who come from the Caribbean area, because, you know, they need to understand that the Caribbean and the values that they're taught in the Caribbean is an important part of their lives. You know, that it's fine to be American, but recognizing one's Caribbean heritage is important in terms of one's sense of well-being. Yeah, you know, so I think the kids come out, the parents bring the kids out, and I think the kids have a wonderful time, and they go back home with a feeling of connectedness to the islands, and I think it's important.
Well, that looks exactly what they're doing right now, and having a good time while they're doing it. Also having a good time with Julian Kurt.
Well, Jim, you talk about everybody having a good time, and you talk about the kids. Look at this. Everybody is not. You don't have to be.
How to do these dances, but I'm not doing a very good job.
You don't have to be in the parade to have a good time here. What's your name?
Jamel.
What?
Jamel.
Jamel. How old are you?
9.
You having a good time, obviously, huh?
Yeah.
Where'd you learn to do that dance?
Yeah.
No, where'd you learn to do the dance?
My father.
Your father taught you.
All right, teach us how to do it. What do you have to do first?
Simple as that. Come on, give it a try, Kurt.
There you go. Hey, is it like that?
The costumes go by, and they're these very elaborate costumes. I tried them on last year when we did a preview for this, and I had one of the big headdresses on and the wings. This is very heavy. This takes a lot of work to be able to make it down to Prospect Park with all of these elaborate costumes on, with the weight of the metal.
And especially, you know, I mean, today is not that hot. And you're the weather person. I don't know, it's about 75, 80 degrees. It's not that hot. But when you've got a costume like that on and you're out in the sun, then it is a lot hotter than this for the spectators. Luckily, we're under a shade tree.
Doesn't look like anybody cares, though. They're all just having a good time and dancing. You guys having a good time?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got the next Boys to Men or Belle Biv DeVoe or something here. What's your name?
George.
George? Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
How old are you?
12.
Where are you from?
America.
No, where? Like
America.
Brooklyn? Brooklyn? All right, that counts as America. All right, show me. We got to dance them out of here. All right, everybody, let's go. Let's dance. Come on, here's your big chance. Dance fever. Who needs Jenny Terrio? We've got it covered, Jim.
James, back to you.
All right, Jules, thank you. Well, I'm looking at the next band coming up, and I see leading this band is the Kiss of the Spider Woman. The Kiss of the Spider Woman. Well, we'll get Sullivan Walker's mic working in a second, but as we do that, we'll take a short break.
Caribbean Day Parade brought to you by Burger King. Value every day. Have it your way.
Well, welcome back to the West Indian American Day Parade. Sullivan Walker here with Jim Ryan. And we're looking now at this band.
Borokeets, more of the band Borokeets.
More of Borokeets.
Yeah.
And they had a wonderful creation there, the Kiss of the Spider Woman, leading the way.
Yeah, they have some other characters here, Swan Lake Ballet, Blue-White section leader, Flag Woman Janet, Isabella, Norleen, Escapades, Peacock Feathers and Full Headpiece, section leader, Lawrence and Denise, Follies, De Berg, Black, White, Blue, Boise, 39th Street, Ice-Capades, Red and Gold, Oh Calcutta, Fluorescent section leader, Trinam, Kiss of the Spider Woman, of course, Pink and Black, Tropical Heat Wave, Gold and Orange, Little Carib Dancers, Joyce and Agnes, Madam Butterfly, Blue, White, Silver, Fan Dancer, Green, White Fan, Dance Africa Ballet, Orange, Red, Black, and we can go on and on.
And what we have not been emphasizing so far, Sullivan, we've been talking about the costumes and we've been talking about the music. We have not been emphasizing the dance. Because the people who are here are nothing if not dancing their hearts out.
Well, of course, you know, to dance on Carnival Day, one has to learn how to chip. What you do is you chip down the street and move your waist. It is a certain sort of movement of the waist. You know, early in the day, later at night, you throw your hands in the air. Everything goes
a lot less subtle.
A lot less subtle.
Yeah, that's if you haven't thrown anything out in the meanwhile.
Right. You know, it's a wonderful time. You need to learn to chip, Jim.
No, I think maybe before the day is out.
Right.
Before the day is
We're
out.
going to make you an honorary West Indian.
All right. All right. But, you know, the accent, as a matter of fact, the accent is very close to Irish because it was the Irish who were fellow slaves back in the 18th century.
Particularly the Jamaican, some Jamaican accents, very similar to the Irish accent. But we're getting back here to the band. The music here, of course, is by Traffic and Roy Cape, Crossfire. Designer of the man, as we said before, is Neville Hines. Producer Neville Hines and Borokeets.
Well, as Borokeet continues to play for us, and as the youngsters and oldsters continue to dance their way down Eastern Parkway, we have to think that the cornerstone of this parade and one of the richest parts of the West Indian culture is indeed the music. Well, we explored the history of Caribbean beats and how it all evolved.
It's Carnival time again! The music is one of the most important aspects of the festival.
We are all tribes just beating different drums.
Come from their heart. Straight from body, soul, and heart. I get up on stage and it's a constant four on the floor, as they say in dance music, all the way from top to bottom. It's no stopping.
Music is a very instrumental part of the culture because it breathes what the Caribbean people are feeling. It breathes what is going on in the Caribbean community.
Caribbean music, like Caribbean people, is diverse, and one of its newest and strongest sounds is soca.
Well, we've got a few versions of the music. You've got calypso. Calypso is like the older version of soca music.
Like when you're big and strong and know how to jam in the section.
Originally, you had a few people doing it because they were limited. At that time, there were not even a lot of recording facilities available in the Caribbean. The Sparrows and Roaring Lions of their time, they did more social commentary, more calypso stuff. But they're now also doing some soca and doing some calypso too. So you would see some of the younger artists more doing the dance-oriented calypso, which is soca.
Developed in Trinidad in the mid-70s, its name combines soul and calypso. It is considered a force to be reckoned with.
It's a strong part of the culture. It brings the power out in the people.
When you hear soca music or calypso music, you forget about all your troubles and you just think about that particular moment and having fun, you know. So it's that's what it's all about. It's a happy music.
Soca music has that energy. It just has that upbeat. I mean, we're talking 140 beats per minute.
It's something that we're trying to develop and to get it to the mainstream. And it's important that being the main music that we have as Caribbean people, it's important to us to play it and push it and bring it to the top.
One of the first instruments of Caribbean culture is the steel drum. It was created for communicating and celebrating. It is still used that way today.
We communicate by the way of calypso, by telling a story in a calypso. The same thing with the music, the steel drum, you communicate that way. In each village, there will be a steel band where all the community kids and elders will get together to represent the district and say, well, this is how close we are, and we play, and how good we are, how good we can play.
The music depicts a certain vibe and a certain feeling that comes from the Caribbean island, and you've got to be there to experience that feeling.
You're looking at the youngsters from Boricate having a marvelous time here as they pass our stand down Eastern Parkway. Look at those kids have a ball. You can look up Eastern Parkway, and it looks like one giant flower that's moving around.
Yeah. Jump up, jump up.
Again, these are the youngsters from Boricate having a marvelous time.
Caused music by traffic.
All right, we're in a sea of music here. Joining Sullivan Walker and me here is Al Angeloro. Al's from WLIB, just got off the air. WLIB, you're coming over to help us out, Al.
Well, my pleasure. I brought Bob Fredericks, our music director, and I have standing in the wings Lord Observer, a major Calypsonian, and Horace Morency, one of the founders of this. But I want to thank Channel 5. This has cried out for what's happening today.
Oh,
this has to be seen to be believed.
We certainly had a marvelous day for it, and there is more color, more spectacle, more excitement here than I've seen in New York in a long time.
You know, Jim, when you talk about the music for Carnival, you can't just say music, you have to say soca music. Soca music is the driving force behind the Carnival. It is the rhythm that pushes the masqueraders, and the people who create soca music are called Calypsonians. And in Trinidad, we have some of the greatest Calypsonians in the world, the Mighty Sparrow, Stalin, Lord Kitchener. So when we talk about Carnival music, we're really talking about soca music. I just wanted to say that too.
All right, well, we'll talk about it, and we'll listen to it a lot more when we come back after a short break.
Caribbean Day Parade brought to you by Sears.
Well, I feel like I feel like that sound is somewhere inside my head because the speakers are right about 20 feet from us. Well, we wait for this float to move on just a little bit. Let's go to Larry and Cheryl.
Swing around there, Dave. Well, you can see what's happening to Jim. The major party has stopped right by his doorstep. No time in this one, Jim. You just got to suffer through it. We're kind of in the calm before the storm. Here on Brooklyn Avenue, Eastern Parkway, you can see the next big wave of partying comes this way with the floats, the big sound trucks, and all the dancers and revelers. Christina, do you know how to do all the dances?
Do I know how to do all the dances? No.
Yeah. Oh, you don't? You told me you did. You could have been a TV superstar.
Yeah, I know how to do some of them.
Oh,
Let's see you do
she
it,
changed her
Christina.
tune a little bit.
Go
Or do
ahead.
you need the music? Go ahead. Let's see a little bit. Pressure's on you right here. Come on over here. Come on.
Maybe
Christina,
the
you
snake
say-
will inspire
You're
her.
making nervous. She gets to dance with the music.
Larry, I've got
You
a
do
real
the snake
crazy
thing.
guy over here from Brooklyn.
hear
This is
that.
Robert. Robert James has got a snake who's about 3 years old. Robert, what do you feed the snake? And why did you bring him here to the parade?
I brought him here to get on the news.
Well, you succeeded. It worked. What do you feed him?
Rabbit.
Oh,
I don't
why'd you
like
ask
you.
that
I
question?
don't like this at all. What's his name? Does he have a name?
His name is Money.
You must not have any girlfriends, Robert, right?
Yes, I have a girlfriend.
Now, is he part of the tradition here with the West Indian Day Parade?
Yes, I bring him out every year.
And how long have you been coming?
5 years.
5 years.
How about these guys? Now, who else? You've been, hey, turn around here. How many years have you been coming here? You, come on. You want to
shy,
do it.
Larry.
Huh?
About 20 years.
20 years. Tell us about the dancing here. What's the tradition?
That's good movements in the waist, that's all.
Huh?
That's good movements in the waist. That's
Yeah,
movement.
that is the secret. Well, you'll see that as we go along here. The movement from the waist is crucial. I got cornered in one of those sessions
I know,
earlier.
you sure did. Caught
Some
it
of it is
hard.
not made for television, is it, Cheryl?
No,
You
what did we
explain
say?
that to
It
me.
wasn't
Here we go, Jim. Let's take a look. It's coming your way again. Pitch will pick up considerably here, Cheryl, and I want you to... Now, what's that again?
Is this when you start talking?
What is?
When everybody starts coming.
Yeah, just when we start talking. James, back to you. Got a little quiet around you now.
All right, Larry. Well, the youngsters from Medgar Evers College just passed. It's tough to believe that Medgar Evers is celebrating his 25th anniversary, of course, named after the slain civil rights leader. What's up next here, Sullivan?
Well, we seem to have a float here by Bacardi Limon.
All right.
I don't think we want to.
You get your free case of rum in the morning. Al Angeloro.
Yes, sir.
Now you just got off the. You just mentioned got off the air. WLIB. You haven't. We're trying to bring him here in a second as soon as we get the microphone problem solved. But you mentioned that you came with a Calypsonian. Tell us about him now.
Oh, yeah. Well, Lord Observer has been with us for most of the broadcast. He's one of the founders. He's a Calypsonian himself. And he not only knows the music, he knows the history, and he can take Carnival back to ancient Rome if you want to. And
now, what's an Italian guy like you doing with all this vast knowledge of Caribbean music?
Well, I don't have a vast knowledge. I just love music.
Yeah.
And it's now called World Beat, so now I've been legitimized by mixing all languages and cultures, because that's how I grew up in New York, and I thought that's how radio and music should be. But no one agreed, but then came the word World Beat, and I'm legit. That's how it happened.
Getting written up in the Times is not half bad. As the overnight broadcaster to whom most of the so-called gypsy cabs listen to.
Right, because so many of them are from Africa and the Caribbean, and the only way they can hear their music is if they take that cassette out and throw it on. And then they heard me, and they couldn't believe what they were hearing, and that's how it started. But my attitude was that this is a music for the world. And I was right. The listening audience are all sizes, colors, and shapes, and everyone loves African Caribbean music. And Brooklyn, I grew up in Brooklyn, born in Brooklyn, is pretty much a Caribbean state, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know, people say it's a Caribbean island.
Yeah.
But you're right. The music of the Caribbean is I think is really sweeping the stage. You can go to any state in the nation and find reggae and soca and calypso, and it's people are tuning in and having a good time with the music of the Caribbean.
But when you hear car commercials messing with salsa and calypso, you know it's found its
You've
way
arrived.
in. Yeah.
We're going to head out to Kurt and Julie once again.
You know, in order to have a good time here, it's not just about dancing your heart away. Some people are just kind of rocking to the beat. A lot of people have been just standing here behind the barricades, just kind of doing their own little groove throughout the whole process, Julie.
Gary, you gonna smile for us? Gary's being a very shy boy today. Who else is here with us?
My name is Simone.
And you seem to be rocking away there. You got the rhythm going, huh?
Yeah.
Having a good time?
Uh-huh.
All right, and who's this?
Gina.
Gina, what'd you do to that tooth? Oh, you're gonna get big people teeth now. That's good. Are you guys having a good time out here?
Oh, beautiful time. Beautiful time. Yes, yes, yes.
What's your favorite kind of music? The calypso, the soca,
got
the
to
reggae?
be Trinidadian all the way.
Aha, all righty.
Well, you know, I'm trying to figure out the difference. I'm just learning the difference between all the different types of music. So, Jim, I'm going to study a little bit more right now while you take over.
All right,
Let you work a while.
And you got to have a whistle out here, Jim. That's the other
I've noticed that, Julie. Al's got his right here. Ready to rock and roll. All right, we're going to take a short break and be back a full hour more of coverage of the West Indian American Day Parade.
Caribbean Day Parade brought to you by ShopRite. ShopRite and always save.
And welcome back to the second hour of our coverage of the West Indian American Day Parade. The mayor's office was instrumental in our being involved in coverage of the parade, and Deputy Mayor Fran Ryder is here to talk with us now as we continue to watch the parade. So we'll keep on at the parade, Fran. What are your thoughts now as you have watched this grow to the wonderful celebration that it is?
This is one of the truly great cultural celebrations in a great city. This is the largest, I think, Caribbean population outside of the area, outside of the region. And today is a day to really celebrate that culture and really to show New Yorkers how diversified the Caribbean people are. It's not one people, it's a lot of different countries represented here today. And this is an extraordinary celebration.
As Dr. Stanislaus said earlier on the program.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Jim.
Can you hear me now? I guess. Well, we're having difficulty in communicating, Fran. Can you hear me at all?
A little bit.
Okay. Dr. Stanislaus said earlier on the program that today Brooklyn is the largest Caribbean island north of Florida. And we're watching some of the dancers that are walking past us.
I think Dr. Stanislaus is right. You're going to have here today in excess of 2 million people who have come out to enjoy this carnival. And that's quite a turnout.
All right, Fran, thank you very much. Deputy Mayor Fran Ryder, one of the ladies who was instrumental in the organization of this parade. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks,
appreciate it. All right. Let's check this parade out some more. Okay, music passing us provided by the Mythical Illusion. And youngsters, as they do behind every band, continuing to dance in the streets. Larry and Julie, where are you?
You got the teams wrong, Jim.
Larry and Cheryl.
Cheryl, Larry. Come on, let's talk to Captain Fox here. What an undertaking. It's unbelievable. You've got probably over 1 million people crowding Eastern Parkway with all the partiers, the parade goers here. How complicated is it to put this together and really keep it secure?
It's a big job to put it together. It takes months of planning. The Borough Commander, Chief Simonetti, with the community, with the organizers. And this is a great day. It's a great event, and I'm glad to be part of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Your officers also seem to have a pretty good time. You know, they allow the partiers to party here. Not to get crazy, but they allow them to have fun. You know, to come over the barricades, get back behind the barricades.
Well, you know, restraint at the right time is always a good thing. It goes a long way. And these people, these officers are professionals, and they've worked at a lot before, and they know what to do.
Now, how much hearing damage results from this? These poor guys, you know, the men and the women, you have these sound trucks come by. I don't even, what, 18 million gigahertz of sound coming out.
But it sounds good. But it sounds good.
It sure does.
It's exhilarating.
I think my ears will ring. I don't even know how loud I'm talking.
That'll go away in about 2 days.
Is that it?
You'll be okay.
We hear the music for that
Yeah,
long.
for about 2 days.
Well, Captain, a great job on your report, too. Thank you very much for having us.
Great time.
Okay, let's turn. Dave, turn around. Let's see what's coming up here. What I'm trying to figure out, Joe, is who's who. You know, do you find that? Well, all right. As we listen to the sounds and look at the spectacular sights of the West Indian American Day Parade, let's take a short break.
All right. Hold it down.
And welcome once again to our coverage of the West Indian American Day Parade. The Sullivan Walker, we were just talking earlier about one of the things that we just saw. One of the bands went by. The band leader pleaded to the crowd to get back and to let his dancers dance.
Exactly. I mean, when you're in a band, you only want...
Well, the microphone just went here. Well, what Sullivan was saying was when you're in a band, you only want the dancers who are wearing the costumes and with whom you work in order to dance with you, so you have a chance to win a prize.
Exactly.
But all the spectators jumped up, as it were, and got in the way.
You know, I mean, you know, spectators trying to get in a band comes with the territory. You know, band leaders understand that, but of course they want their band, as they go past the judges, they want their bands to look good, and they want the judges to see their costumes. I just want to mention something. We were talking about 2 million people coming to this parade. But one of the things we have to say is that 2 million people in peaceful celebration. 2 million people of all races, all ethnic groups, you know, coming to Brooklyn, celebrating this Caribbean Carnival in a peaceful way. This is bigger than Woodstock. You know, and this is something we have to keep talking about. The fact that this is a happening. This is it's beyond theater. It's you know, it's big, it's peaceful, it's happy. People leave here.
And it has arrived.
And it has, that's right. And it's on Fox 5.
And we're going to, for a different vantage point on what's happening today, let's head back to Julian Kirk.
All right, thanks, James. We've moved on to the really good part of this.
That's right. You know, part of the experience of coming out here is seeing the parade and everything, but it's also enjoying the food. We've got some jerk chicken.
He's been talking
and
about
some
this
hard
jerk
dough
chicken
bread.
since
Now,
he
I've been
got
telling
out
you
here.
about it. You said you hadn't tried it, so try it.
Oh, you want me to try it? You're going to put me on the spot
I've had
now.
it before. You know, it tastes like chicken. Try it.
Right, what's on
This is jerk chicken. It's got jerk on it. I don't know what they make it out. Don't ask me. How is it?
It's really good.
What's it taste like? Chicken. There you go. So a lot of people are enjoying this. I've seen people walking around with several different types of food, all from various islands of the Caribbean, and having a good time by indulging in the flavors of the Caribbean in many different ways. And this is certainly one of the more festive ways that people enjoy this parade as they come out here each and every year. As a matter of fact, talk to some people, they come out here just for the food and nothing else, you know?
Well, the music has been great, too.
It's nice background dinner music, right?
What's that?
Nice background dinner music for you.
Aids in the digestion.
It certainly can't hurt, Jim.
All right, no, let's go over here and talk to this young lady. This is quite the little outfit you got going here. What's your name? Peaches. Peaches. You're rather young for a nickname like that, huh? What are you dressed as? What? What kind of costume is that? This is Queen of Spades. Queen of Spades? And where's that costume from?
Savage. There is chaos and Vegas.
All right, well, James, just a little bit on the sunny side. We got the beats going out here, and bringing you more. Up to you.
All right, Jim.
All right, let's just take a longer look at some of these costumes that are passing us now. gorgeous costume.
Yes, sir. This is the Son of Buffett Farm. Right your drink.
Well, all right. There you get some idea of what this parade is like today. Let me tell you, something else. Something else. Larry, what does it sound like where you are?
Pretty quiet where we are right now, James. He was talking to you, Larry.
You got it right, you Cheryl. I said you blondes all look alike.
I know. We're waiting for a couple of the floats to come by now. We see a couple of folks in costumes, very, very colorful.
Okay, well, let's go off the truck. Let's do a little window shopping.
Okay, let's go shopping.
No, over here. Let's check the food out.
Oh, the food.
We'll come back inside.
Some roasty
Hey,
and some
good
jerk
looking
chicken.
house. Yeah.
Excuse us, we're coming through. Excuse us. Coming through. We're trying to get some food.
Can we come through? Watch this too. There you go. Come on over here.
Larry, let's
check this out. Let's see what they got here.
Over here.
What's on
Hey,
the
what
grill?
are you guys eating over here?
Come on, show it.
I don't know. Ask him.
Yeah, let's go.
No real Belgian food. That's what we eating.
Oh, this looks great. Looks like a little peas and rice, some plantain.
Fish cake. I got smoked bone. I got my salad, my fish cake. I enjoy my food. And this is my home food from Barbados. This is where we from.
Barbados.
All Belgian massive all over here. All Belgian massive.
Wait a second. Hold up. Do you have any pepper sauce on there?
Yes, I do, sir.
Where? Let's see.
How hot is it?
There?
How hot is that?
Very, very hot.
Taste some, Cheryl.
Very hot.
Cheryl,
Very
taste
hot.
some.
Let me eat it on food.
Do it.
Put it on my finger.
A little bit right here.
Just a dab.
Oh, too much, Cheryl. Watch out.
Woo! That's every day.
Oh, yeah. You have tremendously good taste. Let me just say that. What are you drinking there? Is this
beer.
Oh, it is beer. Oh, no, it's good beer. We're not to be advertising that. God bless you guys.
My tongue is still
I know it. Wait, come on back here. Come on back. One more thing. Do we have enough time? Yeah, a little more time. Here we go. What did she get? She needs something. She's burning up. Give her something.
My tongue is on fire.
She needs something. She's burning up.
You want a cold Banks beer?
What should she do?
She have a cold Banks
She's
beer.
on
cold Banks beer. Best business.
Give her something else. She's on television. She can't drink that beer. Good looking food here, though. Up there, eat some steak. Look at that.
Is that too hot, Larry?
Come on. What's your steak right there?
What's the what?
What's the steak right there?
That's pork chop.
Oh, pork chop. Very good.
I can't drink beer on the air.
You can't drink beer. She's an all-American woman.
This?
She doesn't drink beer.
What's this fish? Lionfish. Oh,
Lionfish,
save me some. I want to take some home later.
And you need some cold water.
Some water.
Don't try the peppers. Jim, back to you. There you go.
Well, all right, we're in between bands right now. Time to take a short break. We'll be back with lots more of the West Indian American Day Parade Festival.
Caribbean Day Parade brought to you by AT&T. We have put your world within reach.
Well, welcome back to our coverage of the West Indian American Day Parade. Again, let's take a little look at some of the sights and the sounds of wildness on Eastern Parkway. Yes, as we're watching the sights and sound. Now, Sullivan, I said wildness. Of course, there was nothing pejorative in that. We're just a lot of people having a wonderful time. There is no hint of anything gone awry.
But when you talk about wildness, you're really talking about creative wildness.
Correct.
You're talking about passion and exuberance. You know, you're talking about the ability of people to use color and feather and material to create illusions, to create theater, you know, and we're talking about the ability of Calypsonians to create music that move thousands and thousands of people. You know, if that is wildness, then let it be.
That's exactly what we're talking about. It all comes together, all those skills and all those abilities and all those artistic forms come together to present what we have here today.
I think you meant passion.
Passion. A better word, Sullivan.
Okay.
Well, you wonder about how all this came together. Back in 1967, when it wasn't all that big a deal, there was a gentleman named Carlos Lozama got together with some folks and took the helm of the parade. And Mr. Lozama, as you look out and see your creation, what are your thoughts?
Well, it makes me so happy. There's not much words can express the sort of feeling that I have.
Now, I'm having difficulty hearing you now. I'm sorry. What did you say then?
I said.
Oh, here you go. That's much better.
I say I cannot. There's no words can express the feelings the way I feel at the moment. To see this festival grew from a few blocks to some 2-3 million people.
Now, there were a lot of problems in putting, a lot of procedural problems, a lot of political problems in getting this on the street right now. When looking back over those problems, was it worth it?
Well, I think so. It's worth it. It is worth it. Every dollar.
To what do you attribute its great success and its great popularity? You were having difficulty hearing each other with the level of the music behind us. Okay. All right. While the band is here, let's listen.
Tired? You want to take your son, Dad? You sure? Take out your flag. Show me your flag. Take out your flag. Show me your flag. We gonna show them why they call Easter City Flyers. We gonna show them why they call Easter City Flyers. Start the fly. 1, 2, 3, All right, don't call it wildness, call it exuberance, call it enthusiasm. Whatever you call it, it's a good time here on Eastern Parkway. We're going to take a break and resume our conversation with Carlos Lezama.
5.
I do believe we've got the prize winners passing us right here. Looks like a spider and a dragon. Can we take a look at the? Look at these right here. These have got to be prize winners. My goodness. Now both these costumes are supported by four-wheeled superstructures, and I got to think that those two gentlemen are not very cool right now. That's a lot of hard work on a hot day, and I don't know how cool the costumes might be either.
Well, you know, the costumes are designed so that they're easy to carry. If he's hot, he might be hot because of the material that is being used. But the designers have gotten advanced enough to use materials that is not as hot, that would be cool in the sun. So he might not be as uncomfortable as we think.
We hope not.
Yeah.
In which case, I hope he's drinking plenty of water.
And with this soca music, soca music, the music of Trinidad and Tobago, the music of the Caribbean, I mean, you're supposed to feel hot. Carnival is about feeling hot.
All right.
You know what I mean? It's a hot thing.
All right. Well, the fellow who arranged all this, as we mentioned before, Carlos Lezama is the president of the president of the cell. I lost my microphone there temporarily, Carlos. This all has great cultural significance for New York in general. Would you agree?
Yes.
And when it came to fruition, what do you think the chief factors were in enabling you to accomplish what you did today?
Well, we know simply the feelings and the joyousness of people. When you say carnival, these people, it's something that words cannot really express it, how to put it together.
Did you have to overcome much? You have to overcome much of a backlash within the community. Was there any problem within the community, or any different factions or anything like that?
Nothing like that. Nothing. We have to thank God for this. We have been nothing but success from one year to the next. That is not without controversy now.
Yeah.
But somehow it works out.
No, it certainly worked out today. You even had the Mother Nature, the Lord, on your side here with this beautiful weather that we have.
I remember the mayor said that he thought that every year we have a parade, it doesn't rain. And he's sure that it will happen this year again. Remember?
Not so. Not so. It's a beautiful day out here. A wonderful day for a parade. And, of course, Carlos Lezama, again, the gentleman who brings it all together. We're going to head out to Dick Oliver and Lynn White.
Right.
Go ahead, Lynn.
Nice to see you. We're here at the reviewing stand, and of course, at the reviewing stand, what do you find but politicians with us now?
Congressman Major Owen, how do you feel about all these beautiful, happy people invading your district?
Well, it's not only a great explosion of joy and fun right down the middle of my 11th congressional district, but this is a major tourist attraction for the whole city. It belongs to the whole city now. It's a big money maker. People, about 1-2 million people out here. People come from all over the country and Canada and all over the world right now to see this exhibition of a culture that has been transplanted here into New York City. You know, diversity is like gold here in this city. We have a lot of diverse populations, and Brooklyn has the greatest concentration of Caribbean people anywhere in the country. The Trinidadians started this, but the Jamaicans are involved, and the Guyana, people from Guyana, Barbados, Haiti, all over.
It's a wonderful extravaganza, but we see across the street some signs that say, dump Giuliani. There is some anti-Giuliani sentiment here. What do you think about that on a day like this? That is fascinating.
Well, you know, I think the mayor, with all of his controversial programs, has found people in every parade who didn't approve of him being there. And Puerto Ricans booed him in their parade. Some people booed here, but this is an attraction that belongs to the whole city, and we appreciate the mayor's cooperation in helping it go.
Congressman, we're outside the Brooklyn Museum, and there are reports, unconfirmed, that the mummies are rocking to the beat.
Everybody rocks to the beat. The beat, as you know, is quite persistent. They got every kind of fantasy costume here. It's Disneyland on Eastern Parkway.
Sure is.
All right, let's send it back to Jim Ryan.
All right, Jim, take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Lynn. Thank you, Dick. Thank you, Congressman. The parade continues to wend its way past us, and just looking at some of the costumes, the never-ending variety, the extent of creativity here is just marvelous to behold, and the riot of color as well. I'm wondering if you can see. I think it's a woman under all that makeup, and I know you said, Sullivan, that these costumes are easy, but that lady looks like she's struggling. If she gets caught in a high wind here, she's in trouble. Just beautiful.
You know, Jim, when we were on overnights, we'd be sure to program a lot of soca and calypso, say from 2 in the morning till 7, because they're up all night working on those costumes.
That's right. It's a labor of love.
Yeah.
You know, and these folks in this band, Utica boys, must have spent quite a lot of time working on these costumes. The theme of this band is called Fancy Colors, and the band is designed by Kyle Hill, and band leader is Junior Rouse. Junior has about 400 masqueraders in this band. And of course, they're jumping to that beautiful soca music out of Trinidad and Tobago. And the band has 11 sections. The king of the band, the portrayal is flying colors, colors in a carnival and a sea of colors.
All right, let's listen to them as they pass us by, Sullivan. All right, the band passes us by here. Let's head over to Kurt and Julie, see what they can see from their vantage point.
Well, Jim, you know that it's not just the people that are in the parade who have a good time with their costumes. Joining us right now. Hey, guy by the name of Avron. Avron, where you from?
I'm from St. Vincent.
From where?
I'm from St. Vincent.
From St. Vincent. Tell us a little bit about your mass.
Well, our mass is just something like this, you know. Jump up, enjoy yourself, have fun. Go out there every day, drink, smoke, whatever, have you know what I'm saying?
Sounds like a very heart healthy lifestyle.
Exactly. Hey, but they have fun, I guess, and that's what the band's all about. Did you make that on your own?
Excuse me?
Did you make it on your own? Did you make that yourself?
No, my friend gave it to me.
All right, well, let's put it on for us one more time. We'll see it as we go out. Now, this is a guy who's just in the crowd. If this guy's like this in the crowd, imagine what he's like at home. I don't know. I'm kind of afraid. See you, Jim.
Well, the bands just keep on coming. Play us into a break.
Caribbean Day Parade brought to you by Petland, with more than 100 stores in the tri-state area.
Well, welcome back to our coverage of the West Indian American Day Parade. We're sitting here with actor Sullivan Walker and DJ Al Angelora from WLIB. Again, let's listen in and watch as the West Indian American Day Parade continues.
Right, get up, get up, get up, see. Oh, yeah. Get on in the foot. Get up, boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Just ball beat ball. Let me see you hit. Just ball beat ball. Let me see you ride. Just ball beat ball. Put your hands in there. Just ball beat ball. Put your hands in there. Put your hands in there. Wave it like you don't care. Put it up, put it up. Put it up, put it up, put it up. Put it up. Get up now. Get up now. Get up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Come on. I said, come on. Everybody, come on. Get up. Everybody get up.
Well, again. Well, again. Well, again, there you go. Some of the dancing, some of the singing, some of the sights, some of the spectacles. Let's see what it looks like from Julie and Kurt's perspective. Oh, I'm sorry, Cheryl and Larry.
Larry and Cheryl.
Jim,
It's a bad
Larry,
party.
Cheryl, over and
We've
over.
got some dancers over here. These kids are having a great time. Are you guys having fun today?
Yes, we have a lot of
Oh, now wait. Cheryl, that was the worst thing you could have said. Hey, hold on. Wait a second. Time out.
All right, everybody.
Time out. Let me get a grip on that. What happened to all the beautiful women? They all left. What do you want to say? Now get over here. Wait, I want to know why all you young ones. Wait a second. That's good looking hat. Good looking hat. Why aren't you out there dancing? What are you walking around for? Why? How come you're not out dancing?
We were dancing, but then we left.
You went dancing, but you. Oh, I think they're lying. No outfit.
Wait a second.
What happened to our?
Larry, we've
Wait,
got
what
a
happened to our
party.
man with the baby? Reach out to Brooklyn. Where's our man? Cheryl, you never should have said, "Are you having a good time?" That was the biggest mistake in life. We lost that guy. There he goes. Bring order back into the chicken. The voice of reason.
We're having a good time down here on the Jew Posse, West Indian Posse. Belgium Posse! Big up Brooklyn Posse. Belgium Posse!
Back to you, Jim.
All right. A good time being had by all. We're going to take a short break and continue our coverage of the West Indian American Day Parade.
Caribbean Day Parade brought to you by Nobody Beats the Wiz Home Entertainment Center.
WBLS the Headlines, Fox Television, Today New York. How you feeling?
Well, all right. Well, all right. Ah, yes. And that gentleman was kind enough just a few moments ago to say, hello, good day, New York. So thank you very much to him. What do you make of it so far, Sullivan?
Well, you know, Jim, what we're looking at here is a celebration by hardworking people, a celebration by proud people, a celebration by people who have left their homes in the islands for one reason or the other to come to a new country, a metropolitan country, to seek their fortune. And the fact that they're able to create this festival and create this festival in a peaceful way, create the spectacle and the wonderful costumes, I think says a lot about the people of the, says a lot about the people of the Caribbean area. I think Carlos Lazama and the people connected with the West Indian organization that produces this festival should be applauded for their foresight,
So we will applaud it indeed. Well, let's get from another perspective now. Let's go to Mr. Oliver and Miss White.
Okay, thank you,
Jim, Lynn and I are joined by Roy Hastick, who's the president of the Caribbean American Chamber of Commerce. This must be quite a highlight of the year for your organization.
Yes, it is, Jim and Lynn. This is Dick and Lynn. I'm sorry, I was listening to Jim Rand this morning about your T-shirt. But anyhow, let me just add that the Caribbean American Chamber of Commerce and Industry is very supportive of the West Indian American Day Carnival Association. We are actually extremely pleased to see so many vendors, and today how orderly the West Indian American Day Carnival Association is. And also want to thank Fox Television for their involvement in today's affair. This is really history making. For all the 28 years, we've never had any TV coverage. Today we have TV coverage. We want to thank you very much. But also what it says about the Caribbean American community, its involvement in the community, its culture, and the people that are involved. We have close to, I would say within the next hour or so, close to 2-point-something million people.
Incredible.
And it is incredible to see so many people enjoying themselves here today.
Well, congratulations. A fine parade indeed.
Thank
Jim?
you so much.
Back to you.
All right, let's send it back to you, James.
All right, thank you very much, Lynn. Dick. Well, let's go right to our other duo, Julian Kirk.
We're finding out a lot of people come out here today to baby themselves. We got baby powder going all over.
Looks like you're casting some sort of evil spell on them.
Now, really, what it is that a lot of the islands in the Caribbean, usually what it is a sort of dust that they use, they spray at each other to ward off evil spells. So these guys, I don't think evil will touch them the way they are today. So I don't think they even have to worry. Well, maybe the baby powder's working. Who knows? We're getting some on us, so I guess we don't have to worry about it either, Jim. We'll bring some back for you. Didn't take care of you, right?
Absolutely. All right, thank you very much, Kurt. And Julie, thank you as well. Well, I've stopped trying to count which band is which here. But they just keep on coming and turning around now. I'm trying to see if there's some of the bands have names on them, some of them don't. It's not rigid. It's not organized in that fashion that there was a strict line of march. They sort of come one after the other. Sometimes they come in order, sometimes they don't. But they keep on coming.
There's method to this madness, you know. As you look up the street, you see thousands and thousands of masqueraders way up Eastern Parkway. I mean, this carnival is hardly over.
No, certainly not. We're just getting a small taste of it in the mere 2 hours that we can present. But we're going to do the best we can. We're going to squeeze all of it in that we can and be back with lots more of our coverage of the West Indian American Day Parade.